Hi there. In this video, I'm going to explain to you ESD. What is ESD? What are the risks of ESD? And how to protect yourself from ESD. And demonstrate to you how to remove RAM and reinstall it inside of a desktop in an ESD safe manner. ESD stands for electrostatic discharge. It is a charge at rest when two objects oppositely charged touch each other. Electricity passes between them until the charges are neutral. Risks of ESD are catastrophic failure, which destroys the component, and upset failure, which damages the component so it does not work well. Both of these risks will affect the component. Now here's how to prevent yourself from ESD. First, make sure the environment is ESD safe. Like, work on hard floors, not carpet. And make sure it is not too cold inside the room. So, therefore, the room should be room temperature. Like this lab, it is concrete floors and the temperature is not too low, so it is room temperature. So that means this lab is ESD safe. Next, I will show you the equipment that computer technicians used when working with computer hardware so they're safe from ESD. So here's the equipment to protect yourself from ESD when working inside the computer hardware. This is an anti-static mat, which computer technicians use when working on a workbench and in assembly lines. What I have on is an anti-static wrist strap, also called an ESD bracelet, which computer technicians use to ground themselves when working inside the computer hardware, and most importantly, protect themselves from ESD shocks. Now besides ESD, a screwdriver, Phillips, Torx, and flathead are necessities when working inside computer hardware. That is because the desktop is tightened with different types of screws, especially different sizes. So with the screwdriver, you can unscrew the desktop so it's easier to remove the case of the desktop. And I'm going to show you how to remove the RAM and reinstall it in an ESD safe manner. First, we locate where the RAMs are installed inside of the desktop. The RAMs are located on the motherboard right to the heatsink and below the hard drives, the optical drive and the hard drive. Next, we remove and unplug all the cables blocking the RAM, so that way your hand doesn't get caught when removing the RAM. Now as you see, the RAM on the motherboard is secured with these two white levers. So push these white levers down so the RAM can come off of the socket easily. Removing the RAM from the motherboard, we place it down onto the anti-static mat. That way, no electricity is left onto the RAM when installing it back in. And now we'll be reinstalling the RAM in an ESD safe manner. Now this is in reverse order from when we remove the RAM. So that means take the RAM from the anti-static mat, line up with the socket, but first make sure there's no dust left in the socket. And then line up the RAM inside the socket. Now with your two thumbs, hold the RAM, and with your two index fingers, flick up the two white levers so the RAM is in securely. As you notice, you'll hear a click of when you secure it. And then put back the cables to where they were before. And these are the cables that were blocking the RAM. Last but not least, we're going to put the case back onto the desktop. So first, take the case you removed from the desktop, make sure it's lined up correctly, carefully install it onto the desktop, slowly, and then slide in. And then take the screw that fits in here line it up straight, and then use the Torx screwdriver, because as you see, this is a Torx screw. And use it to screw the screw in. There, we installed the casing, and since it's screwed in, it's now secured. So that's how to replace the RAM inside of a desktop. This is very useful for when you're doing a RAM upgrade on your desktop. Or if your RAM doesn't work, then it is very important to know how to replace it inside the desktop. So that's a video on the explanation of ESD, like what is ESD, what ESD can risk, and how to protect yourself from ESD, and the demonstration on how to remove and reinstall the RAM in an ESD safe manner. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you all had a great day.